If you haven't been outside today, consider yourself lucky. Brutal winds are blasting through West Michigan. This is video from Holland.
Also along the lake shore in Muskegon, some hardy souls taking advantage of these powerful winds. Check out these surfers out on Lake Michigan taking on these massive waves.
And here's a live look from across Michigan right now. Holland, Grand Haven, Muskegon, and Grand Rapids all buried in snow, although it looks like we're having a little bit of an outage in Holland right now.
And we can't say it enough. If you do not need to travel, please stay home. These are images of a crash earlier today on I-94. It involved 9 semi-trucks. Michigan State Police say at the time visibility was near zero. Good afternoon. I'm Kirk Montgomery.
And I'm Val Lego. We are coming on the air an hour early today as we track this powerful storm for you.
We have multiple crews out in the field, but we do want to start things off with Chief Meteorologist George Lessons and Meteorologist Michael Behrens with what is happening right now.
It has been quite the storm, hasn't it, Michael?
Yeah, it has been just an absolute mess across West Michigan.
And of course,
so far.
You and the team have been doing a very good job of forecasting this while I've been on vacation until today when they brought me in for the big blizzard.
Yeah, it's been remarkably consistent in terms of what we've been expecting. We were pretty much timing this out last Sunday with the expectation conditions would get worse on Thursday, and then Friday would probably be the worst day of all. And we're kind of seeing that play out right to a T.
Right now, the snow is not really the issue. It's the wind-driven snow that is the issue. Here are the current wind gusts across the area. They've been peaking earlier this afternoon, around 45 to as high as almost 55 miles per hour. And these winds are not coming down anytime soon. They'll continue throughout the evening hours and overnight. The good news is it has not contributed to a ton of power outages. They're only, a handful across much of West Michigan. Over toward the eastern part of the state in the Consumers Power area is where most of those energy outages are occurring.
Next one will be me as well.
And in terms of our wind gusts, they are expected to continue to be around 35 to 40 miles an hour all throughout tomorrow into the afternoon before the wind-driven snow starts to come down. That's about the time the blizzard warning will expire. It remains in effect for a little over 24 hours until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, with that winter storm warning expiring later on tonight further inland. That's because the winds will not have as much impact on the snow. It's been hard to measure the snow, at least 6 inches plus in many areas. That was up until early this afternoon, but again, with those winds, it's very hard to measure. One other thing, has been very cold. Single digits right now for temperatures. We have fallen from our high of 15 at midnight down to the present reading of 6. It is below zero across the lake, and that represents about a 20 to 30 degree drop in our temperature in the last 24 hours. We call that a flash freeze. And again, wind chills are at or well below zero, between about 10 and 15 degrees on our side of the lake, and as much as 25 degrees below zero on the other side of the lake. So if you're going to be out this evening, make sure you bundle up and cover all those exposed areas, especially your ears and your face, and have hand warmers for your hands because this dangerous weather is going to continue. Guys?
And speaking of continuing with this dangerous weather, we've seen whiteout conditions pretty frequently this afternoon. Right now in Holland, we're looking not as bad as conditions have been from time to time. It's pretty often that you can't even see these buildings in the background here on this view from Energy Park. Visibility officially at a quarter mile in Holland. Take this view from Grand Haven, where you're seeing that blowing snow, dropping visibility, of course, covering the road and shaking the camera on top of the Holiday Inn. All across West Michigan, road conditions have been deteriorating at times. You can see the pavement. That's a pretty common thing no matter where you're driving, but that pavement is icy as temperatures are cold and the salt is not particularly effective, and you'll drop from okay visibility to pretty much zero at times. Some places out there, of course, worse than others. You can see 31 in Sternberg and 31 at 96. Pretty snow covered no matter where you go. It's going to be tricky travel this evening. There's been a number of crashes across West Michigan. Traffic flows across Kent and Ottawa County, mostly below average speeds, 30 to 40, even slower at times where some of those crashes come through. That snow continuing to cause major impacts.
Thank you, Michael.